Good.
All right, let's just start.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you everyone for joining today's Twitter space with the Ballet team. Today, we are very excited to be talking with Yubin from the Another-1 NFT project. A whole list of exciting topics to talk about with them as they embark on many different streams with different industries, specifically with the fashion industry, which is, kind of the heart of the topic for today's session. But before we get into that and before we introduce Yubin himself, we want to first go over some updates from the Ballet team, as we normally do every month. I am joined with Victor to give some updates on the Ballet team. Hi, Victor.
Hi, Eric. Thanks for having me. I guess first up for Ballet, we have launched a new line of product we call 2022 holiday gift set. And so this new product, it comes with a completely new packaging reflecting the holiday theme. So it comes in two different packages, right? So one is the darker theme with Christmas wreath all around the outside, and it says "Happy Holiday" on it, so very festive. It's perfect for holiday giving to your friends and family. And the other packaging, it's a green and red packaging reflecting the Christmas theme. So and it has Santa's face all over it, so perfect for Christmas loving families. So yeah, this product 2022 holiday gift set is available both on our Shopify store as well as our Amazon store. So if you want to purchase it, please go to store.ballet.com. You can get it for the low price of $69. And if you want more of it to give out to more of your friends and family, you can pick the 5-pack for $129, and you can save 13% off the retail price. So once again, that's store.ballet.com.
And the second update is that next week in the US and the big holiday for which kind of starts the big holiday season in North America is the Thanksgiving holiday. And then subsequently after that is the big shopping holidays, right? You have Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Our team at Ballet, we will be having a special Black Friday, Cyber Monday promotion. Basically, the quick gist is that on our site during those days, between the 24th and the 28th, we will be having 30% off site-wide on our official website. So if you are looking to purchase a Ballet wallet for a gift or for yourself, or you're interested in what Victor had to say before regarding our new holiday gift themed wallets, I would suggest you to purchase it during the days of the 24th or the 28th, so that you can capture that 30% special 30% promotional discount that we'll be having. So yeah, third update. This Sunday, small update, but actually a very pivotal topic is the 10-year anniversary of the BIP38 open source key generation scheme. For those who don't know, BIP38 is the core technology for our wallets, and it's coming up on 10 years of existence. Still unhackable, still, it is not prone to be brute forced. Of course, we have our hacking challenge up on our founders Bobby Lee's social media. So yeah, we'll be kind of commemorating the 10 years of BIP38 with a special giveaway. The giveaway will consist of 2 BIP38 themed t-shirts, a few wallets, and a copy of Bobby Lee's book, The Promise of Bitcoin. So yeah, that commemoration giveaway will start on Sunday. So yeah, check out our Twitter page on Sunday. And the fourth update that we have, the fourth update is regarding some not too major of an update, but small update. Our affiliate program is still running, and we just wanted to be able to remind our community that, hey, you can still participate within the Ballet community as an affiliate. Victor, Do you mind if you chime in a little bit on the affiliate program?
Sure. Yeah. Thanks, Eric. The affiliate program, essentially, same as any other affiliate program. Really, you sign up as an affiliate if you're, uh, a loyal Ballet follower, right? You want to onboard more users into the crypto ecosystem. You want to spread the message of self custody to as many people as you can. So by joining our affiliate program, you will be given a affiliate dashboard, right, and a referral code, which then you can give to your subscribers, friends, or family for them to purchase their Ballet wallets for a 5% discount. Sorry, correction, 10% discount. And then while they enjoy their discount while placing the order, you as an affiliate will enjoy a 5% commission on all the sales made through your affiliate code. So if you're interested, please go to ballet.com and search for the affiliate page to sign up.
Okay, and that were the updates for this month that we have on our list of updates. So let's get right into the meat of the conversation for today's Twitter Space. A short introduction. I'll let him introduce more about himself in a minute, but we have Yubin from the Another-1 NFT project team. Yubin, he's the COO of the project team. He's been super instrumental in launching the project, in building up the ecosystem around their NFTs and building up the network, which eventually led to us working with them. He spent 8 years abroad in Italy, has built up the kind of what you would call the gamut of skill sets and network within the fashion industry as well. But I'll let him talk more about himself in a second. Also, we will be having Dimitri, Bally's Dimitri, be part of the conversation too. Dimitri, as we've mentioned before in previous Twitter spaces, he is our director of NFT consultation. He's been basically the spearhead of our NFT consulting business. So yeah, without further ado, I want to welcome Yubin, the COO of the Another-1 project team.
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Eric, for having me here. Yeah. So some short intro of myself. Yeah, basically, I stayed abroad for 8 years, and my background is mainly from cross-border investments and corporate finance. Yeah, and of course, like staying in Italy, I've quite different involvement also in the fashion industry. Did a couple of deals in the high fashion industry. I helped this Chinese. Like back in the 16th, 17th, I helped these Chinese companies, listed companies, acquire a couple of, let's say, traditional Italian brands, with a long history. Yeah, so that's my involvement there. And actually, I joined Another-1, which we are not only an NFT project. Let's say we brand ourselves as a more like a digital project. Because our goal is to help these brands in the traditional fashion sector to transition smoothly into Web3, into NFT, because big brands like Louis Vuitton, like Gucci, they have the resources to develop their own Web3 strategy, NFT projects. But the smaller teams, as you may know, like a lot of these Italian brands, European brands, they do not necessarily have the whole resource to do so. And this is where we come in and we can help them. Yeah, regarding my role in these projects, I try to use my skill sets in corporate finance and also previous experience in project management to help, let's say, structurize the team better, the internal operation, because we are not a project that focus only on the digital content, not like most of the, let's say, NFT projects. We only have JPEGs, but we also involve a lot of, let's say, physical real-world experiences, real-world perks like production, which requires a completely different set of skills. this is where I hope I can help.
Okay, thank you, Ruben. So as you've mentioned, Another-1 sort of acts as an intermediary almost, something bridging the gap between traditional fashion industry as well as the Web3 space, sort of bringing more relevance and attention to that industry, right? So I kind of want to ask, following the bear market, right, which everyone agrees that we're currently in, how does this impact your business? And have you seen any impact for your users or the brand as a whole? What direction you guys want to take in this kind of market condition? Maybe you can speak a little more to that.
Sure. Yeah, no doubt that we are in the so-called like crypto and like NFT winter. Like the market volume is down, and not to mention the previous event that like nobody can ignore. Like actually happening now, like FTX, what happened with Binance. Yeah, and that I would say the impact is. From several aspects. One, of course, it's maybe from a more liquidity side, like say, okay, the whole market it goes, okay, the bull market in previous years brings so much capital, so many attention to this, let's say, racetrack, and everybody's, let's say, it's let's say all the projects, all the exchanges, like let's say have a pretty deep war chest, but now not necessarily the case because the at least the crypto assets have been let's say plummeted, like for a lot of investors and participants of the market, and that's why I think a good, let's say, operation, let's say we should bring back the good old, like the oldies but goodies from the traditional industries, okay, where we pay more attention to let's say the ROIs, the what actually with every dime you spend, what kind of return you get, instead of only, let's say, drawing a big picture for like for investors and for users. And we should focus more on that drives us, and which actually that's what we've been focusing on since day one of Another-1, focusing on real utilities, real business scenarios for users and for brands. So basically our users, not only collectors, but also brands. So we believe that our business model can bring values to them. And actually you see, okay, even in this let's say crypto winter, still brands are still introducing their own Web3 projects, like
Yes,
like recently FIFA next week is going to kick off the World Cup, right? They are doing the Web3 projects. Nike, right. You see I don't know if you see the latest ads they do. They basically bring the metaverse on the ads. Yeah, so yeah, the bear market is there, but business use and the brands demand for a new generation of marketing methods is there to stay. So here's why we believe why our projects like ours, like instead of just JPEGs, like projects like ours that actually deliver values for brands and users, we can navigate through this storm.
Yeah, definitely. I think, yeah, what you said was very on point. So people always say the bear market is the build market, right? So even though we've seen a lot of calamities and contagion following the FTX and Alameda research collapse, but I agree with you, Ruben, that the enthusiasm of the community is still very much alive, and there are a lot of projects out there trying to make it through, trying to bring value to their users. So more over on Another-1's vision, I guess. What is your vision for the role that the project plays in the Web3 space, and you know, ultimately, what are you guys trying to be, right?
Sure. And so let's say like every company like develop in phases, but the end game here is that we're trying to be, let's say, a real important player in the as a bridge between the digital and the physical world. So okay, we are going like metaverses are popping up everywhere, like with a lot of players, but there we need players in the market to develop contents, to actually know how to speak with traditional brands and introduce them into this, let's say, complete new thing for them. I don't know if you have ever spoken to any of these, let's say,
Sure.
traditional.
It's the hardest part, right?
Yeah, traditional, but like they have designers, they have managers that have no clue about like what Web3 is, what crypto is, and maybe they are okay, maybe they are using like state of art, I don't know, design softwares, but that doesn't mean that they know how to market in these new, let's say, paradigms.
Yeah,
So
most of them could even ask like, oh, what machine do I need to produce an NFT?
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
It's so new for them.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why we think that's our value. So this our value on the supply side. So from brands who supply the content, because we still believe, okay, going from there, they still have, like say, a high concentration of like design talents that they accumulated through like many decades. Yeah, but on the other end, we our goal is to try to create a new way for users, like fashion lovers, hype fashion, like street art lovers, to find a way to interact with the industry, because traditionally people just buy it and they just wear it. Maybe if you are actually a player, you have a sneaker, you wear it a couple of times, you want to change, you put it in a consignment store and sell it. So there's a very traditional traditional way of utilizing the products of from this industry. But what we try to do, we try to inject we try to have this digital, meaning, if you have a real item, let's say you have a Louis Vuitton bag, just for example, and then you will have a digital version of that, which can be used interoperably with like different metaverse, that it doesn't become only an item that you can use in real life, but also in the metaverse. So that kind of bridge. And also later I will talk about like the idea we want to create this collector and flexor, because as I actually, before starting the conversation, I chatting with you guys, it's we believe actually why luxury becomes luxury and why fashion becomes fashion. It's a bit like crypto, right? It's about consensus. Like because people think they are luxury goods, because people believes in what the brands tell you want to believe. It's like, okay, Louis Vuitton is just a logo. It's like, without the logo, the shirt may cost like $50. With the logo is another zero behind it, right? So but like the users actually bring value to building that consensus. Like whoever wears a Louis Vuitton, wears a Gucci shirt, actually helps the brand to bring that consensus. And we believe that the users shall be rewarded by doing so, right? But we don't have the technology to do so, and that's why we try to flex to earn. Yeah, flex to earn. The more you wear, actually you are advertising for the brand and you bring value to the brand. And that's why, like with the new technology of NFT, with Web3, you shall be part of the reward system. Yes. That's where we see.
It's kind of one way only right now, right?
Yeah.
So on the topic of fashion, I want to stay on that topic and talk about the collaboration between Another-1 and, you can help me pronounce it correctly later, but Another-1 and Casadei. But first, this was a joint collaboration between Ballet and Another-1. Dimitri was very instrumental in helping to set it up and to see it through. So first, I kind of want to hear Dimitri's point of view when this opportunity came up to work with Another-1 for Project Nayom1, which Yubin will speak more of. But I guess, Dimitri, the question to you first, right? When we were approached with this opportunity to work with Another-1, to provide a phygital item, our Ballet custom NFT cards, for a fashion show. What were your initial thoughts? And then, I guess, how did you kind of leverage that for the business?
All right, so let me first tell everyone like what actually happened in terms not everyone knows. So our collaboration, it could seem like easy in the beginning, but actually it's not that easy. So in the end, we had we have our special plastic NFT cards, which is kind of different in a way, actually very different from our regular wallets. It's like one-time use plastic wallet loaded with one NFT. And then when we were thinking on creative this product, what I had in mind and what are we doing right now is that actually these days, especially for fashion, it's also a real case. Like most of the like regular fashion, yeah, I'm just looking at some photos here, and we got a big screen. Next time, bring a camera, right? Let's
Yeah.
just do a podcast.
Yeah, exactly. Video podcast next time.
Yeah, yeah.
We have so many handsome men here.
We are
right?
going to YouTube. Sorry, Twitter. Oh, it's okay. Let me stay here. Yeah. So we collaborated and we created the special and plastic NFT cards, which were loaded with the, how do I call it? Casadei X Another-1 NFT. So it was a special NFT loaded on those cards, preloaded, and which attended, as I can see by the photo, really nice photos here. I think listeners can see some of those in our Twitter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we tweeted one with the shoe, like a lady's shoe. Yeah, and so what's the idea of those cards in general? Which why I think it's also very applicable for fashion industry, especially. So crypto right now in general is still way too young, right? And especially and like for the like wide range, like just regular people, it's not really still implemented in our lives. Uh, but especially NFTs, until you're some real NFT, so-called degen, you might even not even heard about it. So how do you bring those technology to those people, right? Who don't even have any crypto, meaning most likely they don't even have any wallet. So how do you give as a fashion brand NFTs to them? So we came up with this idea and later collaborated with guys that's plastic card. If you load it, it is NFT. So basically speaking, this NFT turns into like physical stuff, right? So since you have it like physically wrapped, we have wrapped Bitcoin on Ethereum, we have different tokens wrapped on different chains. We can do also wrapped digital stuff into physical. So we wrapped it up, and you can, since it's wrapped in physical packaging, you can just sell or give it for free, or just basically pass whatever is your goal to anyone in the world. They don't even have to have, they don't even know, don't have to know that what is crypto. Since they hold it physically in their hands, means they're really owning these NFTs, because this particular car contains the private keys on a single time, like specially created on-chain wallet, which you can redeem when you are ready to it, right? So this is what it was all about.
And then so for Yubin, we can see the pictures of the event online on our Twitter. But maybe you can share like some of the reaction on the ground there. Like how did people react to the cards, and how did people kind of react to just the whole notion of these digital items from your team and with Project Naomi?
Sure. Yeah. So actually, that's exactly what Dimitri mentioned is actually why we chose to include barcode card elements into our project. Yeah. To be honest, like, a lot of people who are, let's say, who learn crypto, who learn NFT in the beginning, just to be like 100% like honest, a lot, like most of people now are like they started it because okay, they heard that okay, the NFT market is crazy, the valuation is going up. So people went into this circle mainly because of financial reasons, because of economic gains. But like we cannot stay only there, right? Like otherwise it becomes a Ponzi scheme. Like a lot of people, like to be honest, like are claiming what crypto is, what the metaverse, even the metaverse is, right? And we cannot, like if you want to build this and make it happen, like we need to find real, as I said, like real business cases, use scenarios for it. And but like at the same time, like we have two extremes. One is that the crypto heads, right? Like people who are like crypto native, understand everything. And on the other hand, are like people that has no clue about it. And that's why I think the Ballet card is like perfect element because of its easy to use and customizability to be presented in various occasions, like this one that we used at the Milan Fashion Show. So how it happens is that okay, we have this fantastic futuristic pair of shoes, and we and as you know, like in Milan Fashion Show, every brand, let's say such brand, they will have their own venue, and this time we have like this 3 floor, and we have like we have one of those 3 entirely dedicated to the Project Nayom1, which is let's say the digital, or let's say NFT element of the Casadei, which is the brand's this year's presentation. So with there, we set up all these screens with the NFT of Project Nayom1's, and with what we developed in Decentraland, a whole venue in Decentraland. But very importantly is that when people do not only see the shoes in real life, which is, let's say, the IRL elements, and the content presented in the screen, which is purely digital, but they can also see the card, which is actually a bridge, right? If you
physical one,
imagine like even if your user has no clue about crypto, as Dimitri said, you get shipped like you have these shoes shipped to you in the box, including the cards. Okay, maybe you are not a traditional crypto user. You say, okay, what is it? And you open it, you open the card, you follow instruction, very easy to use, scan it, and then okay, suddenly you get your first NFT, and you are one step into the crypto world, and then you start exploring all the perks that it brings you, the DCL variables that we developed for it, the DCL venue, very futuristic Blade Runner themed, let's say, showroom that you can explore in a very game way. So I think it's a perfect portal to lead those non-crypto users into the crypto world. So that's what we want to achieve. And actually, I believe like Ballet cards exactly made it possible.
Great.
Yeah, I was like the images that came out from that fashion show, I've shared it with some of my network within the crypto circle. They were all blown away as to like, oh, yo, like you can do this, right? You can do something tangible in the crypto space and work with traditional industries a lot easier and a lot, a lot and a lot more efficient to the point where they understand it easier upon initial contact.
Yeah, exactly. Retailer these days, especially, like to be honest, this might be the only way I know for now how you can reach out for those people who don't even know what is it. Since you give it to them, it's tangible. They just like, oh, what is it? Maybe at least it will be hard to sell it first, but at least sell this idea. You can try, and this is kind of the only way you can do it for now.
Yeah.
Never heard about anyone else doing this.
No, yeah, I agree. It's for some people, they don't have the time to learn about crypto or NFTs, but if you put it in their hand, right, they'll get it right away. The analogy that I tell people is like, oh, if somebody approaches me and tells me that they're going to give me $100, I'm like, okay. But if they approach me with the same question and let me feel $100 in my hand, that goes a lot more in terms of like understanding it and the weight of what that person is trying to demonstrate to me.
Yeah. It's also, there's less friction, right? If you want to get something without physical, like some sort of transactional item you can pass, you have to already have something. You see, even for me to give you $100, you need to provide me something like your bank account, or like if it's not a cash, right? Same as for NFT, same as for crypto. But with cards, you don't have to. Yeah. So Ballet cards is a crypto cash.
Ballet cards, crypto cash. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So onboarding new users, right? The digital concept certainly goes a long way in achieving that goal. But I kind of want to take a moment here to ask Yubin more about the specifics of Another-1's project details, because I have your homepage pulled up here and I see purchase, stake, create, share, and trade fashion products, which I find very interesting because I've never really fully understood the concept of staking NFTs. So perhaps you can, enlighten me and our listeners on like the mechanisms involved in staking NFTs, and like perhaps if you were to create an NFT with Another-1, right? For example, you purchased one of the sneakerheads collections. How that NFT would then contribute to the ecosystem and what that means for the holder of that NFT.
Sure. Yeah. Now I think the staking concept you see it like everywhere in these days in NFT in crypto projects. So here, staking is let's say one of the integral part of the whole ecosystem. So now we have like 3 steps to go in our roadmap. The first step, which we is a launchpad, where allow us to do this so-called ADO, another drop offering. So basically, these are NFT projects. So that's why in the beginning we said we are not only an NFT project. We are not a team that only introduce a bunch of JPEGs to the public and then attach utilities to them. Not only that, we are a platform that actually will continually bring new brands and allow new brands and designers to create these sort of collections. And the staking, where staking comes into play, is that in the first stage, now we are doing more curated ADOs, like another drop offering, so collection launches that we do directly with brands, because now we are, as we all know, like onboarding new players. But in a later stage, we hope these things to happen spontaneously. So we hope designers from all over the world, they get to learn Another-1. So they start using Another-1, and there we will need some sort of mechanism to incentivize and select brands that actually set some barrier for them. Like, and then staking comes into play. So actually, you need to have a skin in the game to launch your collections. So with different staking levels, you will have different rights. For example, if you stake a certain amount of these tokens, you'll be able to you'll be able to vote. So you part of the voter. And if you say another step to the next level, you'll be able to initiate an ADO. So launch an ADO, submit your design. Yeah. So this is how staking comes into play. And then this is first stage. So we actually want to introduce more and more collections enrich the ecosystem first. And then second is that we have the marketplace to allow these collections to be exchanged, to be traded. And the ultimate, let's say the end game is to have this collect to earn, flex to earn, where I just said, like, we would like to have, like, when users use this, what they bought on the platform, they show off their collections, they collect and they flex, and they can be rewarded by them. And yeah, so this is why we said, like, purchase, stake, create is the ADO, share and trade. So all this, we have a closed, let's say, loop here for the ecosystem.
Yeah. Okay. That's super interesting. So it sounds like the active staking NFTs in essence becomes more of a like a consensus mechanism for curating and launching ADOs,
Exactly.
moderated basically by the stakers, right? Okay, that's very interesting. And then you have the sharing and trading, so more like an NFT platform like OpenSea, that kind of features. So two sides of the same business, I guess, rolled into one. Yeah, that's very yeah, sounds very promising actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta say.
Yeah, actually, one important element that I would like to mention here is the NFC. So you have the NFT, we have the NFC technology. NFC nowadays have everywhere. You have in your mobile phone. You have like I don't know your contact key card, everything.
Yep.
So now we have internally developed this proprietary technology of like linking the NFC to the NFT. So that's the fundamental part where we say, okay, we want to be the bridge of we want to be the phygital bridge, between the physical world and the digital world,
Right.
because you need some sort of, let's say, connection, like hardware to connect that. It's not only a bunch of code. It's actually a small
like part
NFC,
of your everyday life. Right?
Yeah,
that you can take with
like
you.
NFC chip that is usually if you want to put in your clothes, that in your shoe, now in the sneakers, later in the shoe in the clothes, which needs to be washproof, and like to be pretty resistant there. So this like we are with our provider, we have developing that, and with that there is like when you scan it, you like so actually you have a whole mechanism behind that actually authenticates your product and also connect to the NFT. Yeah, then actually you can see I remember the other luxury brand has also done a similar product that is used, but now used only in their own bag. Is it Gucci or Louis Vuitton? I don't recall, but they have like pretty similar technology. Yeah, and we want to use that not only in authenticating it, but also connecting it to the digital assets.
Right.
of
That's
the- of
super
them.
cool.
Yeah.
So like for example, if you wear a sneaker, for example, the limited edition sneaker that you get from purchasing an NFT from another one, right? And you wear that sneakers to like an art gallery or whatever, right? And the NFC chip would basically sign a transaction on chain and
Yeah.
perhaps give
Interact.
you a POAP or whatever attached to your address there. Is that roughly the idea?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, you have let's say a physical grip, like a real world grip, like to allow interactions
Right.
to happen, to be recorded in the real world, like in an on-chain way. So that's why like this will be the end game, and actually we have started with the technology, and actually in the Project Nayom1, and also with the previous collaboration with Ballet also, like the NTR Meta, we have also implanted that technology. In NTR Meta was the previous generation. Now we have the new generation. So with in the sole of the high heel shoes of Project Nayom1, we have this NFC chip. Yeah. So like if you scan it, you can authenticate the on chain, like authenticate the
You are the owner.
yeah the shoes are, let's say,
Oh, yeah.
true, authentic.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then of course now we don't have like still don't have the app to do this flex to earn, collect to earn, but this is in under development, and we expect to introduce them in next year.
I echo Victor's response as well. I think this is awesome. It also kind of reminded me of when we're talking about having an NFC on your shoe for some kind of access pass, right?
Yeah.
It reminded me of those cars. In order to open up the trunk, you need to like kind of swipe your leg.
Right.
underneath it.
Yeah. Like keyless entry.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
So it's almost as if like, these shoes, if you're going to a certain VIP event, you need to like
Let's open the door.
you need to like kind of like swipe your leg over some like scanner or whatever in
Right.
order to like enter into the event. But no, that's I think that's pretty awesome. And you said that's coming out next year, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
So you're gonna see people asking, "Oh, can you step on this for me, please?"
Yeah.
I really like his sneakers. What's your name?
So I guess these NFC is it's not
Bouncers.
going to be restricted to a certain design, right? I was thinking like, oh, is this new product going to be on a card shaped form, or is this going to be like a chip that you stick in whatever, depending on the product that you guys want to make for it? Is that how it's going to work, or?
Yeah, now we have developed versions to let's say fit into garments, into shoes, but definitely like NFC. I mean, like the NFC, the chips themselves are like a technology that exists for I don't know, like more than a decade. It's not nothing new. So yeah, for that, as long as the physical limits allows, you can actually put it anywhere. Like now, like NFC chips, you have the aluminum one, you have the copper one. So basically, you have some impact on the diameter of the chip, on the thickness of the chip, but that doesn't like say stops you from implanting it anywhere.
So, where do you think the fashion industry and fashion brands um, can go further from here? What are some other ideas that you've been kind of hearing around from other partners, or any kinds of, you know, maybe besides NFT? I know NFTs seem to be still the way to go for marketing, maybe over the next few years. But is there any other kinds of um, collaborative, creative ideas that are being discussed within the circle between fashion and Web3?
Yeah, I would say like so far it's like even using NFT, using Web3 concept, metaverse, like these buzzwords, but that like we see brands bring up every day. Yeah, it's still I would say indeed it's still in a very early stage. Brands are also exploring how to integrate this let's say the Web3 strategy into their whole strategy. I mean, there are not all brands started doing like as I said, like big brands, they started implementing that. Like we see from like 2 years back, already like brands started doing that. Nike, of course, the most famous one, Artifact. Nike, they acquired the studio and they introduced them recently with Remova, all these collaborations. Yeah, it's like when you talk about like talk about fashion, it's about like one is branding and one is sales, right? Like these are two ways of utilizing any tool. Let's say if you consider an NFT itself as a tool for now, that's how they're doing. They are using the metaverse to do the branding. Because why? Like because now, to be honest, developing metaverse content is pretty costly, right? Like you need 3D modelist, you need like full stack, I don't know, designer, creative director to work on those contents. And to be honest, like not to mention how to realize how to present it to people, like to present it to people. Now we are not there. We getting close. Like I don't know, like some years ago, like all this hype about VR, and now like okay, in the recent years it's been a bit silent, but now with the new what's it like the PS5 like VR with the new Quest Pro, like it's kind of getting some traction again, but still like we are not that much there, like in terms of the devices for representation for let's say you consuming those content. So now it's more we are staying still in on the B end, on the business end, like brands like they produce this and then present it to their users in video, like it's a traditional video. Maybe they post a video, very fancy use case, but still like a YouTube video.
Right.
So that's the state of art, like because we are still limited by technology. Yeah, but it doesn't stop us from like say imagining how what if we have the technology, we have a breakthrough in AR or VR in the next couple of years. These content that or this I'll say model of marketing how they can come into play. And that's why brands they start preparing for it. They start accumulating experience with it, with that, because by doing projects that collaborating with let's say fashion, traditional fashion with Web3, they learn what works and what doesn't work. Right. So that's why they are doing it. Yeah, and also like that's why the smaller brands, they want to do it, because if the big brands, they are investing a lot in this let's say trial and error these days, if the smaller brands don't follow up, they risk like being completely left behind when the technology matures, and these big brands, they can just benefit from everything they accumulated in the past few years, and yeah, so that's why I think how the fashion industry looks at NFT and Web3, this as how they can help the fashion industry evolve.
Nice. Could be the thing.
Yeah.
This is the thing.
Yeah, no, I echo the same sentiment, and I think despite the bear market, there are still plenty of opportunities to work with non-crypto companies at this time. Maybe even easier too, because now crypto companies, sure, there's a lot of kind of drama and saga with the FTX debacle, but I think on the other hand, prices are a lot cheaper, right? So
It's okay. We are like internet, you know. Now it's like Globcom meltdown.
Yeah.
Those vibes remain strong.
Yeah, you know, it's like what
Just take your time.
it's like what Victor said, you know, in the bear market, that's when you can focus and build and kind of ignore the hype and noise that's going on. So yeah, no, I think we can end the set of questions and the set of topics that we had planned. Okay, yeah, at the moment there are no other questions, so we can wrap it up. So I want to lastly give a huge thank you to the Another-1 team, especially for Yubin, who's joining us today. And also a thank you to Dimitri and Victor as well for joining the Twitter space. So yeah, we're glad you all enjoyed the conversation. If you're interested more about what we can do for your NFT project, or you know, with what you can do with our custom NFT cards, or you know, if you're interested in what Yubin had to say about what his team is doing with you know, working with fashion brands on NFT marketing strategies, and even their upcoming new product, which will be utilizing NFC technology for your NFTs. Go follow them at AN1 official. That is their Twitter handle. So yeah, thank you all for listening in today's Twitter space, and we will catch you on the next Twitter space. So signing off.